much for talking with us. So to start, CPAC, it's an amazing turnout. What does that tell you about the state of our country, people's political stance? A lot of people on the left seem to think that, Trump with his legal battles is kind of losing steam. The polls say otherwise, but also just looking around the room here, what do you get from this when you come to CPAC about our country and what people want in this next election?
I mean, what I get is that the passion is here. It's not gone anywhere. I think, conservatives in our base want to, get Joe Biden out. They want to get real change in Washington, D.C. And they're committed to real leadership. They're not committed to just going along to get along and all the stuff of years gone by. They want real changes. Donald Trump was a phenomenal president. Now they've seen the difference between him and the tragedy that is Joe Biden. And so I think that's why you're seeing the passion here. I think that's going to be reflective in November.
Great. And you are heading to South Carolina.
Yeah.
What are you expecting down there?
What I'm expecting? Man, packed houses and energy. I mean, look, I've never really seen somebody galvanize the base like Donald Trump does. He's one of one. There's nothing really like him. There's really nothing like him. And I think it's been great for our party. It's been great for the conservative movement. And so now we have to capitalize on that. We got to take that energy and we have to focus it into electoral success. And I think we can do that. I think we're going to be very successful.
Absolutely. And, obviously it's unavoidable. Trump has been dealing with some, legal issues, especially in the state of New York. What do you think about that? And, I know the Democratic Party is obviously really trying to hone in on that. Do you see this being any sort of roadblock to Trump in any way?
They want it to be. I mean, let's be very clear. What they're trying to do is squeeze him of money so he can't compete. That is the most nefarious, un-American thing I've ever seen. It is un-American. It flies in the face of our Constitution. Look, our revolution was fought to protect the assets of the people in the colonies from the British king. And now you got Letitia James thinking that she's a monarch now. She gets to tell somebody who built a business over decades that, number one, you owe us all this money. Number two, where there's no victim, by the way. Number two, you can't even use the property to borrow against, to pay the fees if that's what you wanted to do. He's not, but if that's what you wanted to do, she is trying from her position to bankrupt him. This is un-American. And this is bigger than Donald Trump. This is to the detriment of the New York legal system. This is to the detriment of the rule of law in the United States. The appeals court of New York should overturn this immediately. And if they do not, it should be appealed to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court should overturn this. Because you cannot have these radical judicial activists operating in civil court and criminal court. Nothing will destroy this country faster than if you allow this kind of stuff to continue.
And then, just another issue that's on a lot of people's minds and affecting their communities is immigration, legal immigration in this country. Now, what does a Trump victory look like for illegal immigration? What kind of change do you think we can expect under Donald Trump that
Oh, he's going to shut it down. He's going to shut the border down. He's going to get everything back under control. Border agents will actually be able to do their jobs once again, as opposed to essentially become, process servers and paper pushers. They're going to actually secure our border. The drug cartels are going to lose billions of dollars because they're not going to be able to traffic people and fentanyl as much into our country. Our cities will be able to take a breath and not just have an onslaught of illegal immigrants into the cities. I know President Trump is going to do it. We got to send people home. You cannot stay. Look, you can throw a party in your house, but that doesn't mean people get to stay. You got to go home. So, people got to go home. That's it. So we need to do all those things. President Trump coming back, that's what you're going to see. And for the life of me, we have to start talking about the true humanity of a secure southern border. Because right now, you have young girls who are being sold into sex slavery because of the terrible policy of Joe Biden and the Democrats. If you truly care about women, you want a secure border. Because what is happening now is putting more young women into jeopardy at the hands of the drug cartels and the radical policy of the Democrats.
And do you have any prediction on potential VP pick? Obviously, a lot of names have been thrown out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Look, what I do know is President Trump's going to make the right decision. And I think the beauty of him coming back as president is he's done this job. He's seen what works. He's seen the pitfalls. And I think he truly knows the personnel that he's going to need in there. It's a tough job, the toughest job in the world. But if somebody can do it, it's Donald Trump. He's going to make a pick. It's going to be fabulous. Whatever he decides to do, I'm with. Support it 100% because we got to take back the White House. We got to have both chambers of Congress. We have a country to save.